Hey guys, before we get started, I just wanted to say that the video that got taken down on my black metal channel is back up. It's been restored, and I wanted to thank you guys sincerely for tagging Nuclear Blast and letting them know that we don't do false DMCAs, so they finally listened, and I'm very happy that I don't have to move forward with any legal pursuits or anything like that. It would have been crazy stressful, and I don't have time for that because I'm trying to run 3 channels right now. And on that same subject, if you guys wouldn't mind checking out my metal cover of Lovely by Billie Eilish, I put it on my black metal channel. I'd appreciate that. And if you guys are interested, and if you guys show enough interest, I'll actually go to a legit studio. I'll have it recorded professionally and I'll have it shot professionally. But at this point, it's just for, for fun, so I'm not putting out some fantastic quality or anything like that. But I just want to throw that out there. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and on to the video.
Supreme victory!
Hey everyone, welcome back to Twitter Trash. Got a new angle. Felt like I needed a little bit of feng shui in my life. I'm really digging this. And I had to scrap my other Twitter trash, so I have a lot of stuff compiled. And if you guys ever want to contribute to the show, you can hit me up on Twitter at SomeBlackG. I'd appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into the first bit of trash from your boy, Paul Joseph. Conservatism is the new counterculture, Watson. Modernity. A lot of girls signed up and wanted to twerk, to have a little bit of a workout, and have a little bit of fun. And obviously, the vast majority of people don't have a problem with this. Most men, including myself, love this, and of course I responded. The only problem I have with this clip is that it's only 25 seconds. How could you have an issue with lady booties jiggling? I saw a guy that said something along the lines of, "Hey, I'm an ass man, but I think twerking is the worst," or something like that. I'm like, you, sir, are not an ass man. As a self-proclaimed ass man, booties jiggling, twerking is very satisfactory. Hopefully your wife wasn't there, you filthy degenerate. Well, joke's on you, Paul. I don't have a wife, and I couldn't be any more single. Our little back and forth continued, but let me tell you, it doesn't surprise me. Paul and I have had a little bit of spats every once in a while. Anytime he mentions tattoos and he's trying to talk trash to them, I'll put him on blast and be like, you don't know what you're talking about, just shut up. You know what I mean? What about just to each their own? Like, why are you always trying to be in other people's business like that? But hey, that happens a lot of times. It's like, hey, I don't like this, so you shouldn't do it. And other things, like I recently put him on blast for him talking shit about emojis. 20 emojis. So Paul Joseph Watson's always been somewhat of a prude, but it just seems like he's reaching his final form. Like everything is just really offending him to the maximum degree. I imagine dude wants to return to the days of Plymouth Rock. Dude probably wants to be the modern day Abigail Williams and get all of those twerking women burned at the stake. Dude probably jerks into pictures of King Louis and cries Deus Vult as he finishes.
Deus Vult! Deus Vult!
But on the real, I'm pretty sure it comes down to Paul is either ultra gay, which is totally fine, or he had his heart smashed into a million pieces by a woman, and now he just hates them. He's got that MGTOW energy. And I wouldn't say incel, even though a lot of incels follow him. I would say it's MGTOW because dude's a pretty good looking cat. I'm pretty sure he can get women if he desired, but it just seems like maybe he's not down for that shit, which comes down to, the previous options I put out there. But hey, I'm not one to judge, I'm just saying. Decided to try cleaning all the dead roaches out of my PS4. Sony, please design smaller vent holes next time. Imagine being an epic gamer, you have your Mountain Dew and you spill it on your PS4, and then you have the audacity to tag Sony, you're like, hey motherfuckers, I shorted out my PS4 because I spilt my Mountain Dew on this. You guys need to design Mountain Dew proof consoles. Nah, dude, you need to call an exterminator. You need to fix that issue. You need to get those roaches out of your house. And if you're connected to an apartment or anything, and if it's the other people, then you need to just leave, bro. Like, that's just some crazy shit, man. I'm telling you, I don't put up with that shit. I remember I was fooling around with a girl, I think in 2010 or something like that. And I saw a couple of roaches on her coffee table and I was like, oh, it's disgusting, whatever, it's probably just a one-off thing. I saw her again and then I saw more roaches in her house and I was like, I am fucking good. I remember seeing that girl's insanely hot sister and I actually thought about it for a minute. I was like, maybe I should stick around and see if I can hook up with her. But then no, it's just like the roaches were just too much. If diversity is such a strength, you would imagine that at least one ancient culture would have used it to conquer the world. So it seems like when Stefan Molyneux isn't trashing women or talking about how much he loves foreskin, he likes to fuck up history. I'm just going off the top of my head, but it's just like, This is such a dumb statement. It's so asinine because when you think about empires, and one of my favorites when I think about the Mongolian Empire, of course they use diversity to conquer shit. Like, you're not gonna just get shit completely done on their own. Like, sure, they had superior fighting tactics. They were badasses at archery and on horses and stuff like that, and they had the steppes to help them out a lot. Things that people weren't really familiar with. But then, once they started conquering stuff, they started borrowing shit. You know, it was one of the reasons why they were able to start to finally take over garrisons in China and stuff. Things that they couldn't really do before. It was one of the reasons when they were able to fight harder and do better things, and they started to adapt in Persian tactics and stuff like that. And here, check this out. One of the main reasons, or pretty much the only reason when you think about it, why the empire didn't spread to Western Europe is because the second Supreme Khan, Ogadai, Genghis' third-born son, had a sudden death which changed the game. They were pretty much ready to destroy Western Europe, and then they pulled back. And yes, all of those diversity and all the tactics that they gained along the way would have had them conquer so much more, but then you had crazy little things like that that changed things forever. And of course the empire was around for a very long time, even after things splintered after Ogadai's death. Things did get reunified and the empire lasted for a long time. And it wasn't just because the Mongolians did it all on their own. No, an empire is always about imperialism and subjugation. So of course diversity was a part of it. The fuck are you talking about, bro? So this dude right here shares some art, and you know, it's basically what you see a lot of times. A lot of parts of the body is exaggerated to make it more appealing or to make it more interesting. And of course, people had to bitch about it. Have you ever seen a woman in real life before? Y'all ever seen a woman before? Gross. Have you ever seen a woman? Has you ever seen a woman in real life? Her organs would not physically be able to fit in her body. Where are her organs? Fictional characters.
Fictional characters.
It's a cartoon. Why are you possibly fixated on how they're drawn? When you think about The Simpsons, they're not anatomically correct. When you think about the Powerpuff Girls, when you think about the Justice League cartoon where they're shaped like fucking Doritos in their torso, or when I read comic books, I always think famously to a scene, a panel in Final Crisis, when you see Ultraman, you see Captain Marvel. Yes, he was Captain Marvel and still called Captain Marvel at that point, and Superman, and you look at how ridiculously buff they are. It is so mind-boggling ridiculous. Muscles upon muscles. You know, it's the power fantasy. For some reason, that's okay. But if you want to make a girl more sexy, it's a problem. I'm like, dude, yes, muscles are sexy too. There's a lot of women that glorify and ogle men that look like they're in fantastic shape or are in fantastic shape. And it's like, it's this shit that's been going around and around and around. I remember, say, a long time ago, there was, I don't even remember the character. What was it? One of those spider broads. And then she just had her ass. It was so just protruding out there. People are like, oh, look at this shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's hot.
That's hot.
Come on, guys, leave the drawings alone. Men, before you tell a joke, give advice, pay a compliment, I need you to ask yourself 3 questions. 1, was I invited to speak? 2, will what I'm about to say be welcome? 3, am I speaking to enrich this person, or am I speaking just to make myself seen? Just because you can speak doesn't mean that you should. If you're addressing a woman, there is a nearly 0% chance that you are the first dude to try to be clever at her that day. We are sick of your shit as soon as we lay eyes on you. Who hurt you? Seriously, who hurt you? Is anyone else made really uncomfortable these days by anyone wearing any kind of red baseball cap? Like, I see one and my heart does weird shit, and then I finally realize it only says Titleist or whatever. Maybe don't wear red caps anymore, normal people? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you don't think Trump derangement syndrome is real, I present to you Exhibit A. I do not know the full truth about allegations against Jared, and it is inappropriate for me to publicly speculate. Heidi Farrell, for people that don't know, is pro Jared's ex-wife. She's the catalyst for all of the allegations and the shitstorm that happened. And then she says this after the fact. Can you fucking imagine? A little too ironic. So I stumbled upon another one of those Twitter accounts where I assumed it wasn't real because of how absurd it was. But then after people started bringing it up again and I saw it circulating, I'm like, oh, this guy's real. Like, he's legit a real person, not a parody account. So thick leftist daddy Joker says, Hi, I'm the Joker, and I'm here to trigger all the conservatives and Trump supporters and the racist, sexist, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic, cock-sucking bastards that usually represent the right, and trust me when I say, it's fucking working. He just shares this picture of him as the fucking Joker. Like, my dude, you're not triggering anybody. Everyone's laughing at you, man. Even people who agree and hate Trump are laughing at you because it's on the top tier. People are gonna need what we used to call S class. What's above S class? S tier. This is the tippy top apex of cringe. And I'm like, wow. Warning, gays and LGBTQ people going to see it too. The opening scene involves the brutalization of 2 gay men and the murder of one of them. I felt sick and it threw off my entire movie experience. I just want you to be aware. It's a fucking horror film. Of course people are gonna get brutalized and murdered. And hey, you know, gay people have been struggling for equal rights. They just want to be treated like equal human beings. They just want to be treated like regular people. And that is that to a T. You don't need to do anything special. And this guy, you're treating gay people like they're inhuman, like they're special, like they need to be safeguarded. It's like, no, anyone can be murdered in a horror film because they're just fucking people. And most importantly, they're acting, and people that are fans of it know this is a thing. Like, dude, chill out, bro. Today is a good day, so here it goes. I've decided I am changing my pronouns to they, them. After a lifetime of being at war with my gender, I've decided to embrace myself for who I am, inside and out. So of course a lot of people are like, yay, how cool, but then there was a lot of people bitching about it, you know, and there's this like narrative, people say some stuff like, if you see pronouns in someone's bio, you know they're problematic, or you know they're gonna say some stupid shit, and it's like, okay, haha, I get it, it's a joke and stuff like that, you know, and a lot of people get angry about that. But let me tell you something, for the people that are also putting pronouns in their bio just to own the fucking conservatives or own people that don't like that shit, you're just as silly and you're just as fucking pathetic. That type of dumbass behavior reminds me when I was 16 years old, making a communism shirt, had a hammer and sickle and it said communism, specifically so I can trigger my US history teacher. I just wanted to wear it, and because I know he hated communism and all that, and I just wanted to get his reaction. And I'm just like, you know, saying the tropes that, yeah, you know, it sounds good in practice and I know we just gotta make it work sometime. You know, just being a stupid, edgy teenager. You people that are putting your pronouns in your bios to piss other people off, it's the same fucking energy. And sure, I think it's silly that Sam Smith wanted to announce to the world that he's doing this, but hey, to some people, this is a big deal. And I'm like, all right, fair enough, dude. I don't understand it, it's not my thing, but you are an individual, do what the fuck you wanna do. And to be honest, I'll be totally honest, I don't even know who the fuck Sam Smith is. I literally couldn't tell you. Now, maybe I've heard a song, but then I'd be like, oh, I didn't know this was a Sam Smith song. And it really just shows you how I don't know shit about pop culture, and you know, it is what it is. Now typically what I like to do at the end of the episode is end with a tweet that isn't controversial or that's not gonna piss you off. So these ones have to do with me, and just hear me out, because you know, there's a lot of people that like to criticize people that hit on their celebrity crushes. They say it's cringy, it's a waste of time, whatever it is. And I always say, nah, fuck that, dude, don't give up. Put that energy out there and you never know, you know? I've had some misses, of course, you know? Me and Jeanette McCurdy, yeah, she's interacted with my tweets before. She's interacted with my comments on Instagram before, but ultimately nothing has come from that. I once hit up AOC, and you know, I know she's got a man, I understand that, but you just put in that energy out there, you never know. And there's a lot of people that got mad, like, oh, why would you even, she's crazy. And I'm like, exactly, bro, exactly. But now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons why I wanna say never give up is because John Cena tweeted this out. Attraction is what brings us together. Connection keeps us together. Find somebody you are strongly attracted to, then be brave enough to allow connection and communication, and the result is an unbreakable bond. And I respond with, are you asking me out? And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, John Cena immediately followed me after that, and you bet your ass I slid into the DMs. John Cena fucks. Never give up. But that's it for this episode of Twitter Trash. Thank you guys for watching. I want to give a huge shout out to my mega sexy patrons and the dudes that are supporting me at Subscribestar. If you guys want to support me, my links are in the description below. You can grab a piece of merch. You can do anything you want. You can just share this damn video. That helps. It all helps. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching again, and have a good day.